Hello guys, good to see you back. Once again I'm back with a new tutorial related JavaScript, and in this tutorial we are going to learn about two new property related JavaScript, screenX and screenY. As you can see in this example, we have a monitor screen, and in this monitor screen we open a browser, and in this browser you can see a cursor pointer, and now I want to extract the mouse cursor coordinate. I want to extract the x-axis point and y-axis point of this mouse cursor. But this time we are going to measure the distance from the screen border area, not the browser edge. For that, JavaScript introduced two properties, screenX and screenY. In our previous tutorial, we already learned about similar properties, but these properties are measure the distance from the browser edge. We already learned about client X and client Y property, but the difference is client X and client Y property work on viewport area. It's going to measure the distance from the viewport border. It's only work on browser viewport area, but screen X and screen Y property work on monitor resolution. It is work on exact screen resolution. And as you know, these properties are related with mouse events. For that, we need to use these events, and we already familiar with that. So let's start the practical and see how we can extract the value from the screen resolution. How we can extract cursor position according to the screen border area. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code Editor. So as you can see, side by side I open my Visual Studio Code Editor and my browser using live server extension, and I open my previous HTML document named index.html. In our previous tutorial, we learned about page X and page Y property. Also, we learned about client X and client Y property. And now, I want to extract my cursor distance according to the screen size. I want to extract the x-axis value of my cursor according to this point, this screen size. From the left side, I want to measure the cursor point. So, first I'm going to remove the unnecessary lines, and I'm going to replace page X property with screenX. Also, I'm going to remove this line, and here I'm going to type screenX value is, and it's going to print the value in my console. Then, before I save this file, I'm going to open my console, and I want to save this file. After save this file, when I hover my cursor in my screen, here you can see the result. Now you can see screenX value is 1357. It's been 1357 pixel. And if I move it at the right corner, right side, now our screenX value is 1918, because our screen resolution is 1920 by 1080, and it print screenX value nearly 1920. And if I remove my cursor outside the browser, now it's not going to work. It's work on only the browser window area. It measures the distance when I move my cursor inside the viewport area. At the same way, we can extract y-axis value. Just we need to duplicate this line, and we need to replace variable name x with y. And here we need to use screenY property. Then I'm going to duplicate this line in my console, and I'm going to print screenY, and I'm going to save this file. After save this file, if I hover my cursor at that position, here you can see the Y screen value from the top side. Here you can see y-axis value is 651 pixel. It's going to measure the distance from the exact screen resolution. I hope now it's clear for you what is the usage of these properties. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next tutorial.